Hello everyone, welcome back to the next episode of the series, how to sub 1 in SMB3 any% Warpless. Alright, so the first level is 7-1. Now, for those who don't know, this is actually a clip level, and if you don't know what a clip is, I'll try to explain it here. Basically, a clip is where you jump through a wall, and you basically squeeze Mario through. I'll show you what it looks like here. Hopefully I'll get it in a few attempts.
$2,000 years later.
Okay, so that took a lot of tries, but that is what a clip looks like. So that is actually the fastest way. I wouldn't say easiest way. That is the fastest way to complete 7-1. So how a clip works, I won't go into too much detail, but basically if Mario is stuck in a wall or in a platform or in a very tight gap, the Nintendo created this mechanic where it pushes Mario to the right, and conveniently that pushes Mario to the right towards the end of the level. So how it works is somehow when Mario's feet is up against you see where Mario's nose is right now. When he fits his feet in there and he kind of wedges himself into the wall, it pushes Mario to the right side towards the end of the level. So I won't go into too much further detail about that, but that's basically what a clip is. You can go through this level normally. So to go through this level casually, just kind of jump where I jump here. Go up this pipe. Go up this pipe. You can see that it's gonna be a little bit longer than taking that clip, guys, but this is pretty safe and pretty consistent. So jump off that music block, jump your way up here. I'm kind of playing it safe. Then jump up to here. And then at this point, what I like to do is I like to wait. And then I do a bounce off this Koopa. There. And then you're at the end of the level. So as you can see, it does take a little bit more time, but that's just another option for you. I recommend practicing the clip a little bit to get familiarized, because it is worth going for it a few times, but that clip is very hard, so. Alright, next you want to go through that pipe. Okay, so now there's a couple ways to do level 2. I'll show you one way, and that is with the star. So it'll look kind of like this. Okay. Now the other way to do it is with the P-Wing. So if you have an extra P-Wing, you can use it. You do need to have 2 P-Wings in your inventory. So if you have a third one, you can do this strat. But if you only have 2 left, I would recommend hanging on to two P-Wings in your inventory. So this is how you do it with the P-Wing. So the only difference is the beginning with the star and the P-Wing. So I'll go over the star first. So what you want to do is you want to jump and kill this muncher here. So that's the main reason why we use a star here. And you're kind of using this floor here to build your P-speed. So you want to run as much as you can on the ground here. So you want to do a kind of a small jump, turn back, and then right when you get to the edge here, you want to do a full jump, and you want to land here to basically lift off to the rest of the level. So build your P-speed, big jump, then another big jump, another big jump. You're going to kill that piranha plant, and then you're going to clear this gap. Now why that P-speed strat's important is because this entire area here, this entire gap, is full of music blocks. So if you do end up falling down here, the only way to get out is to go through the pipe to the left, swimming to this pipe, and then you're back out. So then you can clear this gap here. And there's a one up there, I didn't even know that. So going back to the P-speed strat here. Big jump. So once you jump here, you want to just it's hard because you can't see Mario because he's off screen, but once you get a feel for it, you want him to land on this pipe here. Doesn't matter specifically where on the pipe, just as long as he lands on the pipe there. So big jump, you're gonna land on this pipe here. So jump off that pipe, jump off this pipe, and jump off that pipe. So it's kind of you kind of have to memorize which pipe to jump off of. But once you memorize it, it makes this part of the level a lot easier. Sometimes you despawn this piranha plant here, and sometimes he does spawn. If you do take damage, it's not a big deal if you're small Mario. So yeah, as you can see there, I despawned him. And when you go down this pipe, if you're at the very right side, you can actually just hold right and you'll land right on this pipe. But if you're any further to the left, you'll fall down here. So try to enter on the right side of the pipe, and that way you can kind of save a second or two. Instead of falling down completely to the ground here, you can just land directly onto this pipe. Okay, so now for level 3, it doesn't really matter if you're Big Mario or Small Mario. In this case, I'll just use it as Big Mario, but the strats are going to be completely the same if you are a Small Mario. So I'll first talk about that strat that I just did, but there's also a safer strat, an easier strat that you can do that I'll show in a second here. So in the beginning, you want to jump on this question mark block and you want to use this ground as P-speed. And then you want to basically jump right in front of this Koopa here. And it's a pretty small jump, so you pretty much just do a small jump here. And you want to land on the very last Koopa there. Like that. So once you get a feel for it, it's pretty easy. So a small jump, bounce, and then what I like to do is on that bounce I like to land here, and then I do a small jump onto here, and then I do the same thing again. So right before him, bounce, jump right before him. They're both very small jumps. It just lines up very well this way. Right before the first Koopa, jump on the third. So then at this point, you're just kind of avoiding all the enemies here. Now you get to do this cool bounce here. I basically jump right after this block here. So like this, and then I do like a kind of a small jump. I don't know if you call it a small jump. You do a jump here, and then like right when the Lakitu is about to go under me, I release A. So I do a big jump here, and then I just kind of release A when Lakitu is getting really close. Because if I do a big jump here, I'm gonna completely avoid him. So you kind of want to let go of A at the peak of this jump here to jump off of that Lakitu. And then you're just doing big jumps here. So then what I do is when I land, I just do another big jump. So, and that strat will be completely the same if you're Small Mario. Now the easier way to complete this level is to use the stars. So as you can see here, you can grab a star and you just can kind of run your way through. Now one thing to keep in mind is if you have a star, now one cool thing about the star is that if you have it, this question mark block is going to have another star for you. But it's important to know that if your star runs out, as you can see, I'll let the star run out. So now that I don't have a star, this block is going to go back into just being a coin. So it's important to know that if you want the star, if you want to re-grab a star, you have to make it to that block before your original star runs out. So you can grab this star, run through, jump here, re-grab a star, do the same thing again, and then for the third time you can grab this star here. And then you can just kind of run through. Alright, so at this point, you're not going to be doing level 5, you're going to be going to level 4, and you're going to be using a cloud, because this is a auto-scroll water level, and it's a pain in the booty, so do not do that level. So cloud over level 4, you'll be going to the fortress, and you'll be using a P-Wing at this fortress. So nothing too much to talk about here. Just making sure you go up this pipe here. So if you forget to use a P-Wing, you can actually use this backup here. And you can hit this switch, go through this door, and you want to go through this first pipe here. So it's a bit slower, but it's a backup. So then you'll be able to get this suit here that I don't think you can... I don't know where else you can get this suit from, but this is a pretty rare suit. I don't really normally see this, but this is a backup. As you can see, now that you have this suit, you can go ahead and fly up to this pipe here. So for World 6, you want to use another P-Wing. This is why earlier in the video I mentioned that you should have at least 2 P-Wings in your inventory. That's for one for the fortress and then one for World 6. So for World 6, it's pretty easy. All you gotta do is fly over this wall, and you are at the end of the level. Alright, so at this point you can either do level 7 or level 8. Level 7 is a bit easier than level 8, but I'll be going over both of those. So I'll go over 7-7 first. There is a 7-7 clip to kind of clip through that pipe that I just went through, but I'm not going to be going over that. We're going to be just doing this level normally. So going all the way through until you get to the second question block, and you're going to be re-grabbing the star. You can go through those pipes, re-grab another star, duck under that pipe, and then you're at the end of the level. And that's it. Nothing too much to mention for level 7. So now we'll talk about level 8. So it's easier to do this level with the star, so I'll show that strat here. Alright, so that's probably the easiest way to beat this level, and you do have some options here. And if you want to grab the hammer suit, this is how you would do that here. So you want to go through this pipe here. And then you can grab this hammer suit here. For this part, you kind of have to use your hammers precisely if you want to get through this level safely. You can't get hit by any, as you can see, you can't get hit by any, you can't get hit by the spewer as long as you're ducking. That's why at the end I use duck jumps. So if you pay attention in my input display, you can kind of see what I do here. I'm pretty much hitting A and B at the same time, so I'm running off this pipe, A and B, and I'm just doing duck jumps. I'll do it again here, A and B, at the same time. So in the normal strat in the beginning, so you kind of just want to fly over through all of this and then grab that second star. You can also flutter your way through that part. And then what I do is I actually land on this block and I do a runoff and then I fly up again. So I do kind of something like that. And depending on if you get there early, you can kill this piranha plant with the star. But if it looks like you're gonna be close, you can just tail swipe them like that. Then you kind of just flutter your way through. So you can either from this point, you can either go underneath and tail swipe the muncher at the bottom, or you can go up top here and just run all the way through. So it's completely up to you. Okay. Okay, so 7, 9. So since I have the raccoon suit, I'm gonna actually just fly over all of this. I'm gonna take intentional damage here. Do a big jump here. I'm gonna do a small jump. I'm gonna go through this route. So in the beginning, what you can do is you can kind of run out this way a bit, and then you can turn around and come back, build your P-speed, and just fly all the way up. So if you don't have the raccoon suit, no problem. You can go out this way, grab the fire suit here, watch out for this red Goomba, and work your way over here. Throw a block that way to build your P-speed, do a big jump here. So from here, everything's pretty much normal. You can do a jump right here to kill that Koopa. Jump up top. It's kind of a maze here, guys. So once you know where to go, it's not too bad. Then you can throw a block at this block in case if you want to grab firepower there. And that's pretty much it. All right, and then for the fortress and the muncher part, you can actually use a music box in your inventory, and then you should have another cloud in your inventory as well. So you can go ahead and cloud over the fortress and that muncher there, and then you are done World 7. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. The last episode is going to be about World 8, so stick around for that. And if you have any questions, please comment below and let me know what your questions are. And again, thanks a lot for watching, guys.